Welcome back to the Dap It Up podcast, the neutral ground for geeks of all creeds. I'm Dray the Spectre.
And this is Gunnm.
And bro, there are too many games right now.
There really are. There really are.
I'm struggling. So what's up with you?
Oh, ain't much going on really. Trying to survive this cold. Try and find some time to put more air in my tires, you know.
Well, you need to get an air compressor.
I do. But really, other than that, really not much going on. Lots of Overwatch. Lots of these RPGs. You know, the usual.
Lots of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to build a catalog of games and anime to catch up on when the baby gets here, which could be like any day now.
I hope My Hero is in there.
Oh, it is. Yeah, bro, I'm so behind on that. Dude, I have
as well as Demon Slayer.
For sure. You know, I'm only 2 episodes in on that.
Wait, on the whole series?
Yeah.
I thought you watched season.
No, I like it. I mean, I like episode 1 and 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna get caught up, man. I mean, yeah, like, I'm just making a list of games and shows right now. I had an epiphany the other day. I don't think I'm ever gonna have time to get back into wrestling. I want to so bad. I want so bad, bro. I'll just be watching highlights. I'm like, oh, that's what's happening right now?
Now, that used to be like your thing.
Dude, but I can't. That's like hours a week. You know, between trying to run 2 YouTube channels and training and the dog stuff, man, I don't know. Unless, maybe if my kid is into it one day, maybe that's going to be my excuse.
That's what I was thinking. Like, maybe when your kid gets older,
yeah,
and if he gets into it.
Yeah, but right now, I'm like, I can't imagine, dude. I seen John Cena on the cover of 2K23, and I was like, someday, maybe I'll jump back in. Maybe I'll get 2K23.
Okay, because I know that, I don't know what that league's called, because I don't really follow wrestling like that. That AEW stuff or whatever.
Yeah. AEW.
But yeah, like, that stuff is really taking off. I'm like, man.
I'm a see, because I feel like there's something interesting there. We could probably even make some videos covering wrestling in the future, but I gotta find the time. What you playing right now?
As far as what I'm playing right now, I've been really heavy in Fire Emblem Engage right now, in a really interesting point where all the systems are kind of like really starting to come together, and it's just really fun, really interesting. A lot of customization, there's so much. The game gives you so much freedom as far as like just being able to customize your units and stuff. It's like, bro, it's crazy.
Settle this for me right now. Is 3 Houses better?
Hard to say. Let me play for at least another.
You said that last time.
I know. Give me another four or 5 chapters, and I'll be able to give a definitive answer for sure.
To me, it's a good sign that you're conflicted, though.
Yeah. Like, okay, so I don't think 3 Houses is better than Fates. Gameplay wise.
Right.
But, because that's really, really what I care about. Even more so than the story, which is usually different from
that's
me
wild,
in RPG.
Man. Them modern Fire Emblem fans, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't got like the pet simulator in there where you patting people on the head, they get pissed off.
Pretty much. But a lot of the modern ones, they do like the stories. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a... I kind of like the stories in the older ones. But off Fire Emblem, other than that, lots of Overwatch. So speaking of that, I have gotten my hands on that DualSense Edge.
Nice.
And I will say the DualSense Edge in your hands, it's a really nice controller. It's does have a really nice premium feel to it. It definitely feels like Sony did a lot of work, like really just kind of just engineering it. So I really enjoy it. Like those triggers, like being able to customize how much I have to press in order to shoot my guns and stuff. That is great,
bro. That
is great.
I might have to grab one.
But and those extra buttons, like it's just a controller that feels really good in your hands. But the only thing that really like might be a deciding factor for some people is that battery life. It is definitely reduced from it's I would probably say the battery life is about 5 or 6 hours. It's pretty,
really?
It's short.
Half a session?
It's pretty crazy. So that might be a deal breaker for some people, but other than that, like everything else about the controller, it's fantastic.
I usually don't play for more than let's say if I play 5 or 6 hours in one sitting, that's a good day. So I mean that's probably.
But if you're like a big time gamer, like beyond just playing like Call of Duty or something, like if you're just playing like your regular, because that's probably what most people, that's gonna be the controller they use for everything. So it's just, if you want to play like I don't know, Persona 6 when it comes out, and you intend to play for that like hours and hours, you're gonna be doing it plugged up.
I ain't got time for that, but because like I said, 6 hours is a good day. But I can see that though. Like I don't know if you're a streamer or something. Buy 2 of them then. Charge them both up. So I just beat Hi-Fi Rush.
Did you? So I saw the Metacritic scores. I haven't finished it yet myself.
Oh, what were those? I haven't looked at any reviews.
So at least last time I checked on Metacritic, it was at 89.
Interesting.
It looked really good, and just playing it, like I thought so too. So, but what did you think?
Great. Interesting side note. I've seen a lot of Beautiful Joe comparisons, and as someone who is...
you know what?
Bro, as someone who is thoroughly familiar with Beautiful Joe, I don't see it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, sure, guitar, edginess.
I never would have thought of that. Beautiful Joe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't... I get it. Cursory glance, I can see the comparison, but anyway... Great game. A sequel to this is obligatory. They need to continue with this.
Yeah, I like just from the start, like that, like, and just the concept too, like fighting like to the beat of the music, like kind of like a platinum style game. Like,
I have literally one complaint about this game.
What?
Otherwise, I thought it was immaculate. There is this dissonance between the combat and harmonizing with the beat sometimes. Like, the further you get into the game, it gets increasingly difficult, as you can imagine. I don't think it's ever... I mean, somebody like you or I, not to brag, I mean, we've played Elden Ring, we played all kinds of stuff. You're in the FGC, so you're used to difficulty. You're no stranger to that. But when you're trying to follow the track and enemies are coming in and you're expected to parry them, but it's offbeat, sometimes it gets a little overwhelming because the game will train you to fight with the music, but then your enemies won't on occasion. It wasn't like egregious or anything, but there were times where I'm like, God, like especially, no spoilers, but the final boss, I'm like, no way is this syncing up to the music right now. So it was really throwing me off. But I'm sure there's something they'll address in future entries, which I really hope they do have a sequel. I love the characters. Amazing game, man. I started Dead Space last night.
How
Dead
was
Space
that?
remake.
I've heard good things,
But you're scared. Bro, I have played like 30 minutes of it, but it's what Resident Evil 4 remake seems to be. Just a callback to the original, but it's like the director's cut. That's the best way I can describe it, like a director's cut, bro, because everything that was in the original is pretty much there, but Isaac wasn't voiced in the original game. He's voiced now. He's providing insight on every little situation. They're adding a few extra corridors here and there. I mean, obviously, it looks way better than the original game, which still holds up to this day, by the way. I'm really looking forward to digging deeper into it. I've heard nothing but good things, but you know how I am. I might take a quick look at the zeitgeist, but I'm not too huge on like reading and watching review after review after review. I like to make my own opinion. But bro, if it is at least Dead Space, the original, but it looks better, that would have been enough for me. From everything I'm hearing, is that and more though. And I'm still playing Crisis Core.
what chapter?
Don't. What you mean? Mind your business, bro. Chapter like 5 or something.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a mission. I have a sickness. In case you didn't know,
You're doing all of them.
I'm doing every mission, man. As I unlock, I'm trying to platinum this. I know I don't need to, but I'm such a Final Fantasy VII fan. I just want to be able to say I did. I know it's weird, but I'm like 20% through the missions, and it felt like I was playing that game all day, just doing missions.
That's how it is. I hate to put it like this, but that's how they padded it. That's how they padded it. The missions, and some of them are hard. I've heard some of them are really difficult.
Dude, let's just say this is a really nice podcast game. So, anybody with an interest in Final Fantasy, while you're listening to us, maybe knock some missions out. Do some grinding. Because, man, I had YouTube on like a mug in the background. I looked up at the clock like, wait. And then I saw the, in the little left-hand corner, it'll say like 18%, 19% mission completion. I did like 3 missions and it went up 1%. And I was like, what? Really? That's what we doing right now?
Yeah, it's a lot. Like I won't say how much I was at when I finished the game, but there's a lot of missions.
For sure, man.
There's a lot of missions.
Yep, and there's a lot on the horizon game-wise. Speaking of which, this week in releases we had Backfire Wall. Yeah, that's all one word. Backfire Wall. On January 30th. On January 31st, we had Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Inculinati. Power Wash Simulator. And the Power Wash Simulator Tomb Raider Special Pack DLC.
There are people really into that.
Really?
Yeah, that Power Wash Simulator, yeah.
I never heard of it. Season, A Letter to the Future. Second Front. SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake, which I'm not hearing too many good things about.
Oh, really?
We Were Here Forever. That's all on January 31st. February 1st, we got Football Manager 2023 Console Edition. The 2nd, we got Deliver Us. I wanted to say Deliver Us from Mars. Deliver Us Mars. And then Fashion Police Squad. Life is Strange 2 on the Switch. I know you want that one. Melvor Idol Expanded Edition. And Volcano Princess. So, interesting week there.
Yep. Especially that Volcano Princess there. But,
yeah.
But yeah, that Power Wash Simulator, yeah, I know there's like a sizable amount of people into that.
What is it about those games that grab people? Like
it's just like
like the farming simulators and stuff.
Well, that one I couldn't tell you about that, but Power Wash, like it's just like relaxing.
Yeah.
Like kind of like ASMR-ish, kind of.
It's probably mad dudes with dirty cars playing Power Wash Simulator.
Maybe. I don't know.
Like, bro, get outside and do it for real. That's cool. I ain't gonna knock it though. I'm just playing.
I have actually seen some Overwatch players like going to Power Wash Simulator, like when they get frustrated, and I'm like, huh?
I bet it is cathartic. They need to come up with a cleaning simulator or something. All right, let's get to the news, man. So, did you see that live from PS5 segment?
I guess not, no.
Yeah, it was a PlayStation ad that seemed, in the end, to tease an upcoming Uncharted 5. I mean, these are just rumors right now, but did you play Uncharted 4?
I did not.
Okay, let's just say, are you ever going to play Uncharted? Let's get that out the way.
Possibly.
Okay. Let's just say the fourth game left a lot of room in the end for there to be a fifth game. Mm-hmm. And this teaser seemed to capitalize on that. Now, there has been no official acknowledgement.
From the original studio, I do recall that. Like, they definitely denied that they were going to do more.
Do another, exactly. Yeah. But, I mean, they still have the IP. Mm-hmm. So rumors abound that this is a teaser of what's to come. I mean, Uncharted has a place in my heart, for sure. That used to be one of my favorite series of all time. At this point, I'm not sure how it's aged, because I hear a lot of people complaining it reeks of Marvel, but that's also kind of a new complaint, you know?
I've been hearing that a lot. This reeks of Marvel. The people were saying that about Spoken.
Yeah, the Marvel writing. I'm like, well, y'all been watching Marvel for however many years, but whatever. But, you know, I'm going to keep an eye open for that. We heard it direct from Netflix's Twitter, that One Piece set sail in 2023. The live action series.
And I will not be watching it. I might watch the first episode, but that is it. See how bad it is.
You just traumatized by Cowboy Bebop.
By what?
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I thought you would have known about this or have been excited about it, but when you told me you had no idea, I was like, what? Mr. One Piece himself?
Yep, I do not acknowledge its existence, just like the Cowboy Bebop, man.
Mr. Grand Line Grandmaster himself?
Well, there's no way it's going to be good.
Gunnm of the Straw Hat Pirates?
Yes, as a big One Piece fan. I just... If they're gonna do it, just make it good. But I don't think they'll make it good. It's Netflix.
How do you I don't mean to be insulting, Greg, to you and the other One Piece fans out there. But to me, that's like making a live action Bobobo show. It's so silly. I cannot imagine it being live action without it being muted. You know, watered down Luffy's suddenly grizzled and serious.
Yeah.
Like what? I don't even know what direction they're trying to go with it.
I don't know either, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be like Pirates of the Caribbean-y, or I don't know.
Like an adventure type. I mean, we're obligated to watch it. You know that, right? We gotta watch it, man, so we can talk about it.
If you gonna make me watch that, you gotta watch Velma.
Velma? What?
Gotta watch Velma.
Watch what? I never even heard of that. Moving on.
Exactly. Just
Right,
like I never heard of that Cowboy Bebop.
Heard of what?
That Cowboy Bebop Netflix series.
Heard of what? But so Halo going Unreal. You have the floor for this one.
So yeah, so after all these years of Halo Infinite's troubled development, and Microsoft being stubborn, I don't know what other way to put it, in trying to stick with this slip space engine, which I'm sure isn't bad. It's just the way that they were managing things, like especially with 343, just, you know, and just made it hard for people to just develop this game with all the contractors. People had to come in, learn this new engine,
Yeah.
and then leave afterwards once their tenure was up. It's like it was just really just stupid. They were just making really stupid decisions. But so they're gonna abandon this engine that they spent probably millions on, which they shouldn't have made in the first place. They should have just used Unreal. Like everyone, Unreal is the industry standard. Everyone knows Unreal.
The quintessential engine, yeah.
So and for them to just go back to Unreal, to me, it's just Microsoft's hilarious. They're just hilarious.
Yeah.
They are hilarious. But I had a feeling that this was going to happen eventually. Like, just with all the trouble that they just had with the slip space engine, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
I'm sure 343 going forward is, at the very least, going to be under heavy scrutiny.
Yeah, after everything they've done with the Halo series since, when did they start? Like 4?
Yeah,
So
it sounds like they're trying to right a lot of wrongs.
And they're like basically from just retconning everything, right? From what I understand.
No, not quite. They're not retconning everything. It's hard to explain, bro, because when 343 came in, Halo started to, in my opinion, lose a bit of its soul. Like, I don't know if you played Halo 4, but it was palpably different. You know, just the tone of it was different. The designs, the elites suddenly became these hulking monstrosities when they were supposed to be these sleek, hunter-esque creatures. The elites, it's in the name, you know, they're supposed to be regal and, you know, almost raptor-like, but then they turned into these big giant gorilla monsters. You know, they basically became what the brutes were.
Like the brutes.
Yeah, they were, exactly, you know. Beyond that, you know, a lot of the armor designs were heavily fantasized. They had like unicorn armors, not literally, but just armors with horns and weird helmets. And
yeah, I saw some of that. I was like, what the hell is this?
yeah, but to their credit, Halo Infinite seemed to try to rectify a bit of that and harken back to what made Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Reach so endearing to fans. Like, they're trying to pin down what resonates with Halo fans the most, and I recognize that, so I've been patient. It's just, it seems like management can't decide what they want to do with this game, and it's supposed to be a 10-year project. It's supposed to be a platform.
Here's what I think. They really need to give Halo to another studio and let someone else have a crack at it. But it seems like Phil Spencer is not about that. I have no words to this. I don't know.
And you know, it's easy for us to sit here and postulate on it, but you know, there's a lot of moving pieces, so I'm gonna continue to pay close attention to this IP because I love Halo, man, but it's been kind of rocky recently.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you just by talking with other people, like Halo fervor is at its all-time low.
Mm-hmm. Predictions are that Nintendo will have a dry year following the release of Tears of the Kingdom.
So, yeah. So, I did hear that. So, I'm trying to remember if it was Bloomberg that reported this. Bloomberg, or some other publication reported that after Tears of the Kingdom releases, which Nintendo has yet to deny, they don't really have much in the form of like first-party games coming out after Zelda. So,
you know,
which kind of signals to me really one thing, that they're kind of trying to ramp
phase
up
out the Switch, maybe.
Well, yeah, like slowly phase out the Switch into their new hardware that's going to be coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
I say soon, but could be next year, could be a year after, like we were discussing last week.
Yeah.
But who knows? We'll see.
I've been ready, bro.
It's, yeah, like that's what it signals to me. So it's, and it makes sense because Switch came out with a kind of robust lineup. You have 1-2 Switch, Breath of the Wild, well, some other stuff. I can't remember everything, but oh yeah, ARMS. They had ARMS at launch, but I'm sure. I'm sure that their next hardware will probably have a really solid lineup. I just hope Nintendo doesn't rock the boat too much. They could just make a Switch 2.
It is Nintendo, man, so they're hard to predict. Our last story of the week, E3 is on the ropes. Speaking of Nintendo, neither they, Xbox, nor PlayStation plan to make an appearance this year.
Which is hilarious because Xbox will probably be right down the street.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They was like, nah, B.
We'll just have our own event. We got it.
Yeah.
You guys are good.
And you know, trust me, I get it, man. I miss E3.
Yeah.
It was like the Super Bowl for us.
Pretty much.
You know, for gamers, but
like
it's expensive.
Like who could forget moments like
Ridge Racer?
Like when PlayStation made that one ad where, you know, this is how you share your games. Like, bro, that came from E3.
Don't get me started on that, though. Don't get me started on that, because if Xbox would have done that, everybody would be like, oh, they're punching below the belt. But you're right, though, man.
But there's all kinds of E3 moments.
Yeah.
It's just...
But it's probably time, man. It's the future, you know?
Yeah, I mean, ESA will be alright. They still got PAX, so...
Right. Yep.
It's not a big deal if E3 just dies. It's really unfortunate how it did.
Yeah, and I think it's inevitable at this point, man. Especially with the big three. There's enough... you know, Xbox is getting there, but there's potentially enough content output that they could have a quarterly show. Like each of them, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, they could at least have 3-4 shows a year without ever relying on any other party or platform to do so. So at this point, I mean, I get it. I kind of fought it a bit at first, but I'm like, I think E3, I think the end of it is inevitable at this point.
Yeah. I will miss it. I will. But
same here.
With all the major console manufacturers like pulling out.
What can you do?
Yeah.
Topic of the week is backlogs. With how packed this year is looking, the zeitgeist is that 2023 will be one of the most memorable years of entertainment. The downside is that the longer the list of things to play and watch, the longer the list of things will inevitably put on the back burner. Gunnm, what's your backlog looking like? And what do you want to get ahead on as we delve deeper into this year?
Yeah, backlog is pretty long and vast. I'd say long and vast, but I say that because there's a lot of RPGs.
Yo, this man has a list. He has a file on his computer screen right now.
Yeah, that keeps track of it all. Yes.
You track your backlog, bro?
I track my backlog.
I track upcoming games. I don't track my backlog. That's wild.
So, there's Trails in the Sky.
Mm-hmm.
There's that. Persona 5 Strikers, never finished it.
Never will.
Probably. Dragon Quest 11, always start it and then never finish it.
And see, these are like, you got some long, hefty games in there, bro. You got some JRPGs, some 100-hour experiences in there.
Yeah, Valkyria Chronicles.
Good luck.
Don't think I'll ever finish that one. Valkyria Chronicles 4 to be specific. Let's see.
Oh my god, it scrolls down?
Yeah.
I thought that was just one page.
Oh, that's hilarious. I have Digimon Survive in there. Yeah, I don't think I'll be playing that.
Yeah, you can go ahead and backspace that.
Let's see.
Cut that out.
Mass Effect for you. Triangle Strat. Oh my god.
Oh, tell them about our deal. What's our deal?
Triangle Strategy. Okay, so me and Dray had a deal here. So if I played through and finished a Mass Effect game, for each Mass Effect game I finished anyway, he'll play a Xenoblade game. That was our agreement. That's yet to happen, but it will. So eventually. Someday.
Right. Technically, Xenoblade would be in my backlog, man. Bro, those are the hardest. When I think backlog, when I look at my shelf and I see an anime character, if I see Lloyd Irving or somebody, I'm like, dog, I don't know when I'm gonna play this.
Yeah.
And it's great this year alone, man. I mean, we got however many games coming out this month that you and I are gonna have to cover.
There's Octopath. Not looking forward to when that comes out because I think I'm still gonna be playing Fire Emblem. I'm for sure gonna still be playing Persona. Don't know when I'm gonna finish that.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's like a time assessment. When you sit down and you think, for me to do everything in Persona 4, it's gonna take me 90 to 100 hours. When are you gonna fit those hours in? With all the new releases, bro.
Well, good news for me. I have a vacation coming up, and I intend to at least catch up on some stuff. So that's where I'm gonna play your Hi-Fi Rushes and your Persona 4 Goldens
and Dead Spaces.
No, thank you. And I'll be able to do everything I want. I'll be free. So, oh man,
bro. So, one thing I really, really appreciate about this journey we're on right now. Podcasting, eventually other content creation, is it allows me to consolidate my hobbies. You know what I mean? Like, we're able to set specific blocks of time to play these games. And I mean, some may argue then it becomes like work, but that's kind of how I've always operated. You know me, I got so much going on. I'm like, okay, it's 5 o'clock, time to play Trails from Zero or something.
He loves to a planner, y'all.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to planners, bro. But
bought me a planner.
I mean, I did. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm a little demoralized, man, because you didn't even finish going through your backlog. But shoot, man, that list is looking a little.
There's actually a lot of those I actually just stopped playing. Bayonetta 3 still on there, and
really?
I'm not finishing that. Harvestell is on there. I decided not to get that. I played the demo.
That did come out. Wow.
Yeah. It's another RPG that could have been on my list.
Harvestella.
But I decided against buying it. I was like, too much money in 1 month.
That's fair.
Let's see. Crisis Core. I actually finished that, thank God.
Yeah, brag about it.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Trails from Zero.
Trails from Zero.
Yeah.
I just mentioned that, yeah. Hey, look at it over there. Look at that little collector's box. You see that?
I have it too.
In the corner. Yeah. Just looking back at you.
Yeah. And I oh, man. And I gotta play Trails in the Sky too.
Good luck, bro. Just off the top of my head.
Trails to Azure coming out March 2. Oh, man. Go ahead.
Well, go ahead and sulk over there and you know, anticipate your eventual demise, because I'm overwhelmed, bro. I'm drowning right now. I'm gonna have to sit down and make a schedule.
Let me close this.
Close it. You having a crisis over there. My bad. I didn't know the topic of the week was gonna be so depressing. But yeah. Dude, I got my visual aid over there. I'm over here looking at the shelf. It has occurred to me, I haven't even beaten Diamond and Pearl yet. Or I was playing Pearl, my wife was playing Diamond. Granted, that's just a remake, but I got that. I haven't beat Scarlet. I'm like at the end of Scarlet. I stopped playing it for a while to let them kind of patch out a lot of that
mess,
tomfoolery that was going on.
mess,
the trash that was happening. And last time I played it, it was running reasonably better. I don't know. I haven't played it in like a month, so I'll check back in. Paper Mario is standing at the top of that shelf. That's basically a collector's item. I've played that before, but I've been meaning to do like a retrospective on it.
You talked me into buying it too. I need to play through that.
Hey, content, bro. That's something we could do.
Yeah,
maybe do a walkthrough of it or something. What else? I got so much, dude. I'm not about to get out this chair. I almost got out the chair and went down the list, but just know that I'm not doing any better than you are. We both got Trails from Zero, man. Like I mentioned earlier, I have to beat Dead Space. I have to beat Crisis Core. And those are just, that's just to stay up to date.
Okay, you want to know another big one I saw that made me close my list?
What?
That's coming out soon. I believe it is. That Battle Network collection.
Oh, I mean, see, that ain't even backlog.
That's how many games?
You know what's funny about that? You are anticipating that's gonna be in your backlog. That's like a front log. Bro, oh my god. Don't get me started on anime. You behind on any anime?
Everything?
Everything? Oh
everything.
My, dude, look.
My Hero 2, everything.
Look, I mentioned earlier, that I'm compiling a list. My list is basically the whole Crunchyroll catalog.
Okay, so people don't judge me. So I did not finish the second part of Attack on Titan final season. I did not. Started it and did not finish.
Bro, I'm about to reach across. Man.
I did not. Which I think is a good thing anyway, since the last... what did they call it? The last season. It's like the
last
final season
part 3.
Final
yeah.
act. So,
yeah, man, something. Street Fighter Turbo Ultimate 360 edition.
Oh my god.
You know we gotta do a watch party then, man. We've been meaning to anyway.
Yeah.
Let's just rewatch the whole thing. Get you caught up on it.
Why not just the last... We can do the last season.
You don't wanna watch? My wife actually wants to get into Attack on Titan, so
okay.
that'll be something I can... Just a refresher, and then I guess by the time we get to the last season, me and you can watch that. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's my favorite anime ever, bro, so I'll watch it as many times as needed.
Man. But yeah, I'm trying to think. At least I'm caught up in Demon Slayer, so that's good.
That's at the top of my list. That, My Hero...
My Hero I'm behind on too.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Aside from the filler, I was debating going back and watching Naruto again. I haven't watched Naruto since I was a minor.
Yeah, I've thought about it too. It's like, as I've gotten older, I've had like differing opinions about Naruto. At one point, like when I first got into it, obviously, like everyone, I was like, "Shit, this is the best anime ever. This is great!" Right. Like, and it was
Sasuke's so cool.
It came out, it came out on Toonami. It was like, oh my god, they got blood in this anime.
Fire.
I'm like, dang, this is fire. And
yeah.
I started catching up to it, and like Shippuden started coming out, like when I graduated, and I was like, man, this is like amazing. And then I started getting introduced to like other shows, because my friends are like, why are you only watching Naruto? You know, you could be watching this. And I was watching other stuff, and it kind of, I feel like, kind of ruined Naruto for me in a way, a little bit, like Naruto and Bleach, like all that shonen stuff.
Yeah.
Like it kind of made me go like, ugh, like for a while. Like I don't know what better way to describe it other than just made me go like, ugh.
Man.
But now that I'm older, I'm a bit more mature now. I kind of look back and I'm like, man, why did I feel that way?
You were too cool for school, bro.
Apparently, I guess. But I definitely look back on Naruto a little bit more fondly now. Like, I'm not going to say it doesn't have its little, what's the word I'm looking for? It's little, I don't want to say, well, yeah, plot holes.
Plot holes.
Plot holes. Let's just call it plot. Just call it what it is, plot holes. But I still enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah.
Like, I still enjoy it. Like, I'm watching, like, Bleach. That's new Bleach that's coming out now. And, like I was watching it back in, like, 2010 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and enjoying it. Dang, that's how
I don't
old.
even think about that.
That is how old I am.
Yeah, you older than me, too.
Shut up, by 2 years.
So, okay, as we close this out, how about we set some assignments? I mean, we up to our necks in gaming right now, just trying to stay ahead of the curve.
Keep up.
Exactly. But as far as backlog, what do you think you're going to tackle first?
As far as what I want to tackle first, I want to start Trails from Zero at some point, since Azure is coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
So there's that for sure. far as anything else, I would like to go back to Dragon Quest 11, but
bro,
there's really only a if I were to put a percentage on it, there's a 3% chance that's gonna happen.
Oh, that's precise, bro. Do Trails from Zero. Trust me. Like you owe it to yourself.
Of course, I love Trails. I'm playing them all. Like,
right.
All of them except the ones that I think narratively don't matter.
For me, it's as far as anime is Demon Slayer. I'm gonna be watching that during baby duty for sure. Game wise, I'm gonna just focus on the games I mentioned earlier. I'm gonna finish Final Fantasy. I'm gonna get through Dead Space, and I think the very next game I want to cover is Tales of Symphonia Remastered. Even though like that game is old, but it means a lot.
That's nostalgia.
Yeah, so that'll probably be the next thing I get. All right, bro. Before we close it out, you want to do a little bonus round?
Oh, why not?
Okay. And this seems so one-sided. I mean, we plan on having a guest next week, so it'll be less me just holding you to the fire. Maybe, at some point you could come up with some questions for me to answer, but this time it's record-breaking titles. We got record-breaking titles. It's as straightforward as it gets. You gotta match the game to the written achievement.
Okay.
I got 3 of them. Number 1. Considered the most prolific RPG series in history. This franchise has produced over 60 games within the genre. Is it A, Final Fantasy, B, Pokemon, C, Shin Megami Tensei, or D, the Tales series? Over 60 games.
The Tales series I'm not too sure about as far as how many titles.
Process of elimination.
But I'm like very certain it's Final Fantasy.
And you are correct. Alright, man, you got one so far. I started it out easy though. I hit you with an easy one first.
Yeah, Final Fantasy has a million games. I don't envy anyone that ever says I'm gonna play every single Final Fantasy.
And not just RPGs, bro. Like it's the most prolific RPG series, but they got like 30 other games that aren't.
They got like music, rhythm games. Like,
right.
Oh my God.
According to the Guinness Book of World Records, this is the best-selling singular game of all time. A, Pokemon Red/Blue. B, Fortnite. C, GTA 5, or D, Minecraft?
Pretty sure it's Minecraft.
Minecraft? Oh man, you on a roll today. What's up with you? You been doing your research?
I pay attention.
You've been studying out here. Yeah, bro. I thought I was going to throw you off with the GTA 5.
GTA 5 is up there, but not as much as Minecraft. No.
Yeah, that was the fastest selling.
That's the only reason why your Minecraft Steve made it into Smash, y'all.
Yeah.
Them sales.
I know you weren't happy about that one, but which of these games has the highest score on Metacritic? A, Super Mario Galaxy. B, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. C, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Or D, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Okay, because Pro Skater 2 is like, people consider that a classic.
They do.
As well as Ocarina of Time. And people would consider Breath of the Wild a modern classic, but I don't know the...
See what I did there?
That's a hard one, actually. I honestly couldn't pick between the 3.
I'm gonna
say...
Gun to your head, you have to.
I'm gonna say... God, man, I feel like everybody gave Breath of the Wild a 10 when it came out, so I'm gonna say...
The hash-slinging slasher is standing above you right now. You better get it right.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild? Mm-hmm. You dead.
Damn.
I did that to throw you off. It's Ocarina.
I was gonna go with that at first, but I was like, I'm not sure.
Pro Skater 2 is actually number 2. And Mario Galaxy is...
I'm not surprised.
It's like top 10 maybe. It's up there. Top 20 for sure. But I figured I didn't want to throw in nothing but Nintendo games, so I threw Pro Skater in, and I figured... I knew you'd have a hard time with that one, but... You guessed half right. You guessed the Zelda, so there's that.
Yeah,
2 out of 3.
Yeah, Pro Skater 2 is why really a lot of people just really love that series.
For sure, man. But that's a wrap. You know, I enjoyed, as depressing as it was, I enjoyed trading backlogs with you. I feel, I wouldn't say I feel inspired. I just feel aware.
I mean, everyone has one. It's just, you know, play what you like as it comes out. And if something ends up in your backlog, like, you know, it just happens.
That is the best advice you could offer, man. So where you at? Where can they find you?
Well, you guys can find me on Twitter at Topics the Creator, as well as on Tumblr at Gunnm.
I'm at Dray the Spectre on just about everything. That was a Dap It Up podcast. Don't forget, respect the backlog.